Good afternoon and welcome back to a windy Vaughan, Ontario, as we are live with the boys under 15 Ontario Cup finals between the Bolton Wanderers and the Glen Shields Juve. We have a great crowd here on hand to cheer on these two teams that went through a lot of rounds to get here towards this final match. And it'll definitely be an exciting game here. My name is Martin Ohms. I'll be giving you the play-by-play for the 90 minutes, two halves of 45 minutes, which we're about to watch out here on the field. The game does remain tied after 90 minutes. We go straight to kicks from the penalty mark, as we just saw with the ladies under 15 final. Both teams are getting themselves ready and warmed up, and we're going to get themselves underway in just a second. Let's introduce the two teams, starting with the Bolton Wanderers, coached by Fabio Campoli. Team in net will be Philip Roberts. Team in front will be Michael Tino, Julian Sirach, Steven Simone, Andrea Chiecki, Clady Stramoli, Gabriel Moreno, Alexander Santalan, Matthew Fu, Michael Campoli, Vincent Aiello, Salvatore Zappala, Jakai Richards, Balint Boda, George Kirio, Anthony Moreno, Vito Pena, and Ethan Patrick, as the teams get ready to take the field here. And it'll be in the blue with the white shorts will be that Bolton team going from your right to your left, and in the black and white trim will be Glen Shields Juventus. We'll introduce that team here in just a few moments. Gonna apologize ahead of time here, as the numbers on these Glen Shields jerseys are a little bit tough to read here with the gold numbering, but we'll do our best as we are underway with referee Petros Vasilos. His assistant referees are Matt Shoemaker and Hassan Mahmoud Khan. Gianluca De Carlo is the fourth official here in this match. We have a strong wind going towards this near side of the field, towards the corner of the Bolton goal. So the near corner of the Bolton goal. So make sure to keep in mind that for the broadcast at home, as Glen Shields have the early possession, but Bolton will be able to hit this one up the field. That Bolton Wanderers team play in the Golden Horseshoe Soccer League. They have 9 wins and 2 losses so far. Those 2 losses going against the Hamilton team, which they knocked out in the semifinals to make it here towards this Ontario Cup final. So getting some revenge in the Cup over their season rivals to get here. They're going against this Glen Shields team who haven't really been tested so far this season. They play in the York Region League, and they've been undefeated there while picking up victories against Bryce, Ottawa TFC, Dutch SA, and then a huge 7-1 victory over Caledon in the semifinal got them here in this final, as we'll be seeing Zappala now with it down to the right side. He's got an overlap run coming from a Bolton player. That one's going to take a shot, and that's a save off the face. Cinquemani makes a huge save on an early opportunity, and Bolton do get a corner kick. But what an impressive first opportunity for Bolton, as Zappala was able to set up Aiello, and Aiello had a great first opportunity, and Cinquemani a little bit slow after getting that one. That was a full shot of power right to the face of the Glen Shields Juve keeper, and we'll have a corner kick. With Hub International Insurance Brokers, we have a partner today to support us as we prepare for tomorrow, and who will help us protect what matters most when we get there. Because the truth is, tomorrow is a gift, and Hub wants us to be ready for it. Find out more at hubinternational.com. As goalkeeper Cinquemani gets back up to his feet, we'll introduce the Glen Shields Juve team out here in just a few moments. That's going to be an in-swinger coming in from Bolton. It's going to go on the edge of the goal area, bouncing around. Still, there's a whole bunch of bodies there. I see Campoli, who is battling for it, but Juve will be coming out with the ball, and it's going to be trying to pass off to Tavernier over on the left side. Can't find him, and it's going to be knocked up the field, but it's going to be settled in once again. There's the ball trying to get played in towards Sutherland on the right side, but it's going to be too far ahead of him. And Roberts just sees that wind carry towards that corner coming out of his goal to pick up the ball. Glen Shields Juve squad will be led in goal by Gianluca Cinquemani. His team in front will be Maximo Safara, Giovanni Ferris, Michael Mamaliti, Daniel Camisa, Jane Lancia, Nishan Sutherland, Tyler Ransom, Kavan Tavernier, Tyler Tari, Kainu Samuels, Nathan Shaw, Matei Georgiou, Martin Navarro, Jordan Persia, Noah Solis, Michael DiGeronimo, and Andrew Groff. The coach is Marco Bonaflio for this Glen Shields Juve team. Players to keep an eye for are Tavernier and Ferris, their 2 leading scorers on this Glen Shields Juve squad in the York Region Soccer League. It'll be Kieki here on the throw. He's going to throw this one over the head of Morano. Coming up for some help was Richards. He wasn't able to get to as the Glen Shields defense was able to poke that ball away. And it'll be a deep throw-in for Bolton. UVA crowd getting loud here early, cheering on their team. And now the Bolton fans are responding right back as throwing. That looked like a foul throw to me, but play will resume here with Glen Shields able to clear it away, and there's a long ball played in down the line. Sutherland trying to give chase, but it's going to be too far for him, and it's going to go out for throwing once again. Comes in the air over that of Persia. And this time it's going to bounce out for another throw in here on this near side. It's going to be Safara taking the throw for Glen Shields. He's going to throw this down the line towards Sutherland. Gets by Kieki, and here comes Sutherland. Looking for some support. Plays it back towards Safara. Sutherland inside. Nice quick passing. Persia back to Sutherland. He tries to play across. That gets blocked by Carrillo. And it's going to be a corner kick for Glen Shields. End-to-end gameplay here in the opening moments as these two teams try to settle in and see, okay, what type of opponent do we got here? Like I said, both these two teams have been very strong in their season so far, scoring a lot of goals, 82 goals in 11 games for Bolton, and 38 in 5 for Glen Shields. As you have a shot hitting the side netting as Tavernier just misses that one. So both these two teams definitely know how to hit the back of the net. So it's going to be that first goal is going to be all important here in this matchup. Who's going to set the tone here in this match? Roberts going to play this one in short, and Glen Shields putting on a full press right now. Pressure. Doesn't want to let Bolton get out of their zone, but they do well to be able to push through over on the right side. Yeah, look to switch it to the near side. Kirio is able to pick up the ball. Kirio up the middle towards Richards. Richards gets towards the left side. Morano is there. Morano tries to touch it back towards Richards. Richards flicks it towards the edge of the goal area. Still fighting for it. Here comes a shot from distance. That's not going to hit the net from Santalan. And it goes for a goal kick. But good movement there from Bolton. Started out there from Morano, working with his teammates over there on the near side of the field. Long ball up the field. It's going to be controlling the back line. But here comes Tavernier. Tavernier tried to play towards the left side, towards Ferris. Can't get towards him. As it's going to be a battle over on the far side. Santalan, he's able to come out with it. And he's going to try and play a through ball over on the right side. Giving chase will be Richards. Richards battling for it, and he's trying to get onto a good job there from the defense of Juve. And they're able to body them off the ball. Nice job there from the long frame. Giving out there, Ethan Patrick. Very tall frame in that central midfield position. As it's going to be offside going against Sutherland. And this won't be brought back. That tall frame of Patrick there in that central midfield. It's going to be tough to get that ball in the air over him. It's our third of four games here for the day. Make sure to stay tuned in. The Women's Ontario Cup Final will be following this match here at the Ontario Soccer Center. As Kieka tried to play that one up the line, and Sutherland did well to jump in the way of that. That throw-in will go in play and then out. So it'll be a throw-in on this near side of the field for Safara. And go down the foot of Sutherland, trips it forward towards Persia. Trying to return that one back towards Persia, but it gets taken away. Now Safara will hit it off of Kirio, and he'll win his team a throw-in. making sure that he gets back to the correct position here on the throw-in. Put this one down the line and it finds its way down to the foot of Persia. And a good sliding challenge there from Kieka, able to poke that one in as Patrick's clearance goes straight towards the Juve player who's going to switch it over to the far side of the field. High boot there. That one goes over the goal. That won't test Roberts. But Juve's starting to get some quick passes together and trying to see if they can get one here early against Bolton. So that Bolton coming out here towards this Ontario Cup, defeated Caledon and Kingston in the opening rounds handily before going to penalty kicks against Pro Stars, where they won 3-0 on penalties against the Pro Stars team to advance to the quarterfinals. 1-0 victory over Oakville, got in the semis, and where they beat their division rivals Hamilton, who they lost to twice this season, defeated them 1-0 to get to this Ontario Cup final. And there's a hard challenge from behind by Safaro. Knocks down Kirio, and it's going to be a free kick for the Wanderers. Kirio is coming over to take this one after getting knocked down from behind. And said he's going to leave this actually for the captain of the team. He's going to ask for some space here is Campoli. And Campoli has all the players lined up on the edge of that goal area right now. 2 players in the wall. Here comes Campoli. Plays that one hard and low, but that won't trouble anyone. Bit of a miss hit there. I'm not too sure if he was going to go for goal or is that a near post type of kick to try and see if he could get a deflection. Either way, it won't trouble Cinquemani in goal, and it goes out for a goal kick. He's telling his players, no, let's not play this short. They got a little bit of that win advantage. Let's play and send it deep as a good boot up the field. Goes all the way towards Sirach, who hits this one back towards midfield. Zapala tries to play it through the middle. That gets shut down by the Juve defense. And they'll hit this one high up the field towards midfield as Patrick hits this one on towards Safara and Juve. There's Sutherland. Now there's sliding challenge coming in from Kieki. He's not afraid to get down on this turf, is Kieki. That's about 2 or 3 sliding challenges we've seen in these opening moments. Persia tried to pass that one off. Couldn't get it towards his teammate, but it slides under the foot of Zapala. And now here comes the ball towards Sutherland the other way. Sutherland's got to hustle to keep this one in play, and he will. Now looking for some support is Sutherland. Kieki down to the turf once again. And although he's timing them very well, got to be careful because he knows if he misses them, he's in a lot of trouble. As here comes a shot over, deflected off the goalkeeper, and it's still in! Glen Shields Juve get the goal. Roberts tried to deflect the shot over the net, deflected it onto the crossbar, and it ricocheted off of him into the goal. And it's 1-0 for Glen Shields Juve. I believe that's Kevon Tavernier, but I'm going to wait for confirmation on that one. But I believe that is Tavernier who's getting Glen Shields Juve up on the board. He's the leading goal scorer on this team. So Kevon Tavernier gets the goal there early for Glen Shields Juve. Unlucky though for Roberts in net. Made a good save, just the bar and just the ricochet. But again, great individual play. Started out from Sutherland. Keep that ball in play. Continue the ball. Put it into a dangerous area. And sometimes magic does happen. And Glen Shields Juve get that opening goal they're looking for. And they're going to try and see if they can continue the pace here as Bolton is trying to get themselves into the game. Juve is bringing out a lot of energy, and Bolton hasn't been able to equal it yet. But they've had a lot more possession chances. And this could be a response. Richards gets that one poked away from him. And it's going to be a goal kick, actually, as it deflected off their own teammate. Richards thought it was a corner kick, and so did the rest of the Bolton team. But referee Vasilos was right there to be able to deflect that one and to mark it as a goal kick. Persia knocks away the attack, and Kieka goes down to the turf again. That's what we're talking about. Dangerous if he misses it, and that's going to allow attack here for Sutherland. Sutherland tries to play it in forward, but the last defender back will be able to clear it away as Sirach. Bolton tries to clear it up the other way, and here comes Persia once again with the ball. He's going to get it in towards Safara. Sutherland tried to backheel it, slipped on the ball, but he's able to recover. And Kieka, again, down on the turf, missing that sliding challenge. He's got to find a way to, it's starting to become a little bit predictable here that the team is already noticing, but here comes the through ball the other way. Morano almost got sent in onto goal, but good job there from the defense, able to block that one. And here comes Glenn Shields the other way. It's the goal scorer, Tavernier. Bodies off of the challenge there, but he will get called for a free kick, being a little bit too aggressive. And Bolton will look to slow this pace down. High boot up towards midfield. Bounces over the head of Samuels, and Tavernier takes a little bit of slip, but it will be picked up by Juve. Persia down to the near side towards Sutherland. Sutherland's going to go for goal, but it won't trouble Roberts as it goes high and wide. Juve trying to use this momentum to drive themselves to get a second. Picked up by Solis. Solis into the middle. Tavernier. Samuels! Goal! No, it's not offside. He can't believe it. No, it gets called back. What a finish, though, by Samuels. But offside will be called. And it'll be brought back for a free kick. And Coach Campoli yelling at the Bolton team, saying, too easy right now. Let's pick it up here. As Ferris picks it up towards the Samuels. Try to chip it back, but it gets hit up the field by Sirach. Richards trying to control it, and it'll be reset here between the Juve defense. Long ball up the field to find Sutherland. Sutherland can't control that one, a little bit too strong, and it goes out for the Bolton throw-in. Exhilarating open moments here in this boys under 15 Ontario Cup final. Glen Shields Juve, though, hold the lead 1-0 over Bolton Wanderers. Looks like it hit off of a Juve player last. It's to be a Bolton throw. Jackie gonna try and see if we can get to Patrick. It's gonna hit off a head. Still trying to battle in onto the edge of the area. Morano got 4 jerseys around him, try to play across. He found a gap, but it went straight to a Juve player, and here comes the counterattack the other way. Sutherland was gonna play it up. That player was offside. Both of those Juve players were offside, but here comes the play the other way. And that's too far ahead up the field towards Morano. High boot up, and it's gonna go all the way towards that corner. And if I'm Sutherland right now, I'm already running before that kick is taken. Safar gonna take this one in quickly down to the foot of Persia. Little 1-2 with Tavernier, can't get the return pass towards Persia, and it goes out for a goal kick. good pressure coming onto the back line of Bolton. And Kieki can't find his man. And Juve will get themselves the throw now in Bolton half. Now it looks like Juve's going to try to pull in a little bit of slow clap as Samuels. This time that one will count. The slow clap succeeds and it leads Juve to a lead as they get themselves the second goal, as right off the throw and the ball will find its way out towards the left winger. And I believe that is Samuels. Again, we'll confirm on the numbers. But it's 2-0 for Glen Shields Juve. And it'll be Samuels, confirmation number 11, Kainu Samuels. He's got 4 goals in the season, picks up his 5th there. And Samuels gives themselves a 2-0 lead over Bolton. Great start here for Glen Shields Juve. There's a battle there with Safara and Zapala on the ground. It's going to be a free kick for Bolton. Gonna leave this one coming over here to take for Campoli, but a dream start for Glen Shields Juve. Bolton's gotta try to find a way to get themselves back into it. And this is a great ball, but Cinquemani does well coming out of his net. He's able to make that catch, and he wants to lead a counterattack opportunity. He's gonna boot this one down the field. Here's Persia. Tavernier. Referee waves advantage as Tavernier gets brought down as Samuels passes it off towards Safara. Safara finds Sutherland. Sutherland trying to get the diving header of Tavernier. And it just seems the pace is just too fast right now for Bolton. They just seem a little bit flustered right now. And right now, I got to be, if I'm Bolton, and I maybe look towards the bench, I got to find a spark out here on the field. And it could be in here as we're going to see a change here as Matthew Fu will come into the game. And he's going to replace the defender. He's going to place one of the defenders. Kieki will come off, and Fu will go over to the right wing. So maybe a little bit of a tactical switch, trying to see who's shifted over here. Santalan, who's playing over on the right wing, is shifted back towards the left back now for Bolton. So let's see if Fu can get himself something going on that far right side and lead Bolton back into this game. Trying to turn around is Richards, nowhere to go, and Samuels will pick up that loose ball, say thank you very much, and he's going to make a run down the line for Tavernier. Tavernier trying to split himself between the two Bolton players, does well to shield them off. He falls down, and the ball will remain in the corner, and Bolton, though, does well, and they'll be able to hit up the field, and here's Richards. Richards, good ball up. Morano's on the chase. It'll be cleared away from him. And I'll go for a throw-in over on the far side. Throw-in will hit off the head of Navarro and just go out for a goal kick. Comes the boot up towards midfield. That won't get by Patrick. He does well. He's got to go down low to be able to keep that in front of him. Unlucky bounce off of Kiryu. Gets a throw. Safara is going to play this one down the line. Sutherland trying to use some footwork and nice usage of the overlap there. Everyone fell for it. That looked like a handball, and he gets brought down on the edge. Still going, though, as the shot just misses the post. And Glenn Shields Juve thought that was a penalty, and from our eyes, it looked like that ball hit the hand of the player who was falling down. I believe that was Patrick who fell down. He hit his hand onto the ball inside the penalty area, but the referee didn't see it, and it's going to be a corner kick. But Tavernier got to be finishing that one regardless. It's in a prime opportunity. I think Roberts got a piece of that then, which led to this corner kick. And here comes that corner. Nicely won in the air by Patrick. Second ball, though, that looked like a high foot by Persia, and yes, it will be. Be a free kick for Bolton as they'll look to play that into the correct position. Good boot up from Campoli. Gets it over to Curio, who's trying to hold his ground. Persia's all over the back, and he'll get called. Referee's just telling the coach now explain the handball after. Okay, so maybe he thought, you know what, it was absolutely accidental, didn't interfere with the play. Allowed the play to continue on as Santillan tries to win it back for Bolton. Nice touch up, finds Safara. Safara trying to switch it over towards Samuels. Can't find him as Sirac gets pushed off the ball. Check that. That was Fu who gets pushed off the ball. Santillan will get it over to Sirac as Bolton will look to reset. At least have a moment to just get some passes going to one another. Get the pace down, get the franticness down, breathe. That's some nice slow moves there from Iannello. Over to Fu. Zapala try to go forward and can't get through the defense. They'll hit it up the field. Sirac gets it over as they try to play it in, and Kyrgios didn't think that was going to get by the defender. Cut inside to get the ricochet, but it somehow escaped right by, and just unlucky timing there for George Kyrgios. Persia picks up the ball in midfield. Passes it up towards Sutherland. Patrick is there, and he'll knock this one back towards Santillan on his defense. Big boot up. That's going to go over the head, and here comes a run from Moreno. He gets taken away from him. Jaden Lancia with a great sliding challenge. And it will be Juve ball. But that looked dangerous as Moreno was coming in forward. And Lancia did well getting down and winning it back for Glenn Shields. And now here comes Sutherland the other way for Glenn Shields. Juve. The referee says no way there as Campoli went down to the turf. As there's a big boot up the field. Might have been offside. Yes, it will be. As Sutherland will be called for an offside play. Curio trying to go down on the left side. Safara, though, will kick it up. Patrick comes in with speed, and he's able to boot that one out. Comes the throw-in down the line. Sutherland is going to get onto the run of Tavernier and Campoli. They're going to go battling it towards one another. That's going to bounce off of, it looks like a Juve player, and out for a throw-in. Toronto FC is the official founding premier partner of Ontario Soccer, as well as the presenting partner for the Ontario Player Development League, the province's youth high-performance league. Their commitment to the game in Ontario is unrivaled. Visit TorontoFC.com for tickets and more. Roberts has booed up the field, finds its way to Safara and for Juve, but Patrick will win this one right back. Good footwork from Patrick. Avoids that sliding challenge. He's going to get it over to Kirio. Kirio trying to place one down the line. Can't get it onto the foot of Richards. This is going to roll its way out for the throw. A little bit of a shin pad fix here. And here comes the throw in down the line towards Sutherland, who's going to control it. Persia back to Safara. Good sliding challenge from Kirio. Pokes that one away. Santalan does well, keeping Sutherland in front of him, and Persia will knock it out for a throw. So here it goes for Richards. It bounces just over the foot of Richards. Bolton just trying to find some comfort in this game. Hit it up high in the air by Iannello. It's going to play it over to the left side of the field, and I'll be knocked up the field as far as Sirach. Sirach trying to play a ball down to the right side. It's going to get by the defender, and here comes Morano. Morano trying to get a run forward, and they're going to place one back towards their goalkeeper. Two players putting some pressure on him. He doesn't get a good clearance, and they'll try to take a shot from distance, but it won't trouble Cinquemani in goal. And it goes out for a goal kick, but good opportunity there for Fu as he tried to go with the side foot volley. Little collision around the midfield, and Kirio will be able to pick it up. Just a reminder, though, that wind is going against Bolton this half, so Bolton will be thinking, okay, maybe we'll get that advantage in the second half. As Richards collides hard with the player over there on the far side. I believe that's Alancia. Here comes the boot up the field. Patrick can't control that one, and he's forced to kick that one out of play. That throw-in going all the way down the line. Sutherland's going to give chase, and he's going to go shoulder to shoulder with Santalan. And he's trying to get out of that corner. Good job there from Sutherland. Trying to poke that one over to Persia, but there's Patrick, and he'll hit this one up the field towards Richards. Nice turn from Richards. He's going to send a through ball in from Morano. He's onside. Morano getting in through onto goal. Morano off the post. Anthony Morano just inches away from making it a one-goal game, as it was a brilliant turn from Jakai Richards, sending in Morano, who held up his run. He stayed onside. Great through ball, great touch past the sliding goalkeeper, but it's off the post. And Bolton is getting closer. Coach Campoli for Bolton cheering on the team, saying, okay, there's your spark. Let's go. Let's keep pushing. Patrick once again jumping in there, poking that ball away from Sutherland. As here comes substitutions in here for Glenshield's Juve, as Tyler Ransom is going to find himself into the game. And he will replace Jordan Persia. So a central midfield change. As here's Safara leaving that ball in for Ransom, player who just checked into the game. Solis will switch it over to the far side of the field. As the defense will knock it around the backside as Lanzia plays it into the near side for Safara. Ransom's pass. Try to play a through ball in. Diving play from Santolin to avoid that one to go in through. There's a high ball up down the line. Sutherland's going to try and give chase. Keep this one in. No, says the referee as it goes out for the throw. Ontario Soccer values fair play, and we share this common passion with our partners from Respect in Sport, the leading e-learning platform for the prevention of bullying, abuse, harassment, and discrimination. Learn more about their programs and start your Respect education journey today at respectgroupinc.com. Navarro's in that huge battle right there. There as well was Tavernier. He's going to lead this one for Samuels. Samuels gets a return pass, and it'll get cleared aside and out for a Juve throw. 2 goals from Tavernier and Samuels gives them a 2-0 lead. Glenshield's Juve over Bolton Wanderers in this boys under 15 Ontario Cup final, as it's going to be a free kick going in favor of the Glenshield's Juve. Three players on top of the ball here for Glenshield's. I don't even think a player's there. If I'm Glenshield's, just play it short and take the space. And now Fu is running in there, recognizing, well, I got 3 players in here and nobody's nearby. It might be better to stay in close. Referee yelling at the Glenshield's player, hurry up here, as there's the clearance there. And Glenshield's coach staff not happy. They think Fu impeded on the distance. And as that hit off the head of Fu and it went out for a throw-in. But play will resume. Good challenge there from Patrick. And he'll hit it off of the player onto the ground and win his team a goal kick. Robert's going to pass this one out quickly. As this one's get booted up the field and out. Throwing down the line, nice job there from Curio, able to step in front as he hits it over towards Morano. Morano and Richards have shown some good flashes. Definitely have to keep an eye out for them. They're going to be the keys to get Bolton back in this game. And there's that Richards play, and he gets brought down for a free kick as Ferris brings him down. Santolin, I'm pretty sure he's going to leave. Yes, he will. He's going to leave this one for Campoli to take. Seen some good set pieces so far from Campoli. Can he play this one in around the penalty area? Good ball. Headed on by Richards. Who's got the second ball? No one in blue there in sight, though. And Ransom is able to hit it up the field. And here is Sutherland. Sutherland gonna turn on the speed. He gets through the 2 defenders. Sutherland going through in a great challenge from Santolin, able to poke it away for a corner kick. Great recovery from the right back. And whoa, looks like it's a goal kick. So maybe Santolin hit it off of the Juve player. Sutherland can't believe it. Right, the referee is there. He's got a better view than we do here. So it looked like maybe Santolin hit it off of Sutherland for a goal kick. Fu back to Sirach. Returning it back towards Fu. Nice little play between the two of them on the far side as they're going to switch to the near side to Curio. Carrillo down the line towards Richards. Richards trying to get forward, but the U of A center back will be able to poke that one away. And it goes out for a throw-in. Throwing it down to the foot of Richards. Richards trying to turn around. He's going to find a little bit of space now. Here comes the cross from Richards, headed on. Trying to get to the second ball, unable to get to it. Some good play over into the midfield, come from Iannello. But Jenko Nemani is able to get to that ball, and he'll hit this one all the way up the field towards Campoli. His clearance goes straight towards Samuels, though, for Juve. And here comes Samuels going on to goal. Samuels trying to pass it off to Tavernier. And it'll get knocked up the field by Bolton. Safara to Sutherland. He's offside. Deflected on towards the midfield by Zappala. Zappala trying to pass it on to Richards. But the Juve defender found the ball under his feet and he sent it back towards his goalkeeper who hit it up the field. Looked like it might have been a little bit of a catch of an ankles there, but the play was in here with Juve in possession. It's a Ransom. Sutherland. Tavernier, I think, was offside, but Sutherland, again, great footwork, cuts it towards the middle of the field. And it gets taken away from him by Zappala, and Richards will hit off towards Navarro. Navarro's pass, trying to get it back towards his midfield, a little bit too strong, but it gets picked up by Campoli, hits it right back to Zappala. He tried to backheel it towards Kiryu. A little bit too fancy there. Sometimes just play a little bit easier, but there's the pass from Sutherland. Over to Tavernier. Kaiser's cruising in, trying to pull it back towards Samuels. But Sirac does hustle back, and he's able to get to that ball first. But Samuels going to continue with a nice spin move from Samuels. Tavernier back to Samuels. Quick 1-2. And these guys up 3. That top 3 just dangerous for Glen Shields Juve. They just wreak offensive power. Glen Shields thinking there should be a foul there. They all stopped. Play still continues in here for Bolton. Push onto the back there by Richards will get called. Just listening into the conversation between the ref, Vasilos, and Coach Bonafilio for Glen Shields Juve. And he's saying he was playing advantage. Comes a kick up the field, that's right to Patrick. He was trying to control it, not able to. And the ball will find its way down to the foot of Sutherland. But Centelland is there once again. Last second challenge from Centelland. That's twice he's come in clutch for his Bolton defense to prevent Sutherland from getting an opportunity onto goal. Getting close towards that halftime break here. And Glen Shields Juve with a 2-0 lead over Bolton Wanderers in this Boys Under 15 Ontario Cup final. Trying to see if they can add one more before the break. Comes the ball towards the near post, headed away though by Morano. Campoli's all the way up the field, and he's trying to help out his attackers. Comes a big boot up the field. That's going to go over the head of everybody, and out for the throw-in. Throwing, trying to get Down the line, Ransom wins it in the air, but Sutherland couldn't control it. Good job there from Safara, recognizing, okay, that ball's going to go out. Let's take the throw in, as Sutherland tried to chip it out forward towards the middle of the field. And he'll get another throw, Will Safara. Looked like a tough throw there, but it didn't matter regardless. It looked like the assistant referee was about to call in and recognized, yeah, that's going to roll it anyways. Just give a goal kick. Curio trying to get through Ransom. Ransom will get called for the foul. Referee looked like he took a mental note of Safara there for kicking that ball away after the whistle. And here comes Centerland with a boot up to around the midfield. No Bolton players in sight, and then Tavernier is going to start to turn on the speed as he tries to sprint through. A great challenge from Campoli. Samuels gets it over towards Sutherland. Here's offside. Curio and Ransom going toe-to-toe. Will be Ransom who comes out, and here comes Sutherland. Curio coming out to help him. And Sutherland done a great job coming over to left back. He's trying to shut down Sutherland as much as he can. Safara's through ball in was played in too strongly, and he'll go for a goal kick. And I think I heard a referee, Vasilo, saying there's under a minute left to go here in this one. As it's Fu down the right side trying to play it through. Morano tries to go in. Fu again, but there goes the halftime whistle here, folks. And in the boys under 15 Ontario Cup final, it's Glen Shields Juve 2, Bolton Wanderers 0. Today's Ontario Cup action is fueled by Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, and refuel during halftime. Let's see, can Bolton find a new wave here with the wind in the second half, or will Glen Shields Juve keep the advantage? We'll find out. Don't go anywhere, folks. Second half action coming up next.
What will tomorrow look like? Will it be what you expected? Or something you never could have predicted? Will it be frightening? Or exciting? Is it the reason you can't sleep at night? Or the reason you get up in the morning? Tomorrow will be all of these things. With Hub, you have a partner today who supports you as you write your tomorrow. And we will protect you when you get there. Because the truth is, tomorrow is a gift. And we want you to be ready for it.
The C License course is the first step into the Canada Soccer Coaching License stream. This course will take you towards all of the Canada Soccer Coach licenses. You will learn the role of the coach, how to plan a session safely, use coaching methodology to provide feedback to players and improve their decision making. Entry to this course requires a Learn to Train, or Soccer for Life. This is a major step for coaches to help their players develop to higher levels of the game in Canada.
The OPDL is a pathway for players to be able to excel in a standard-based league. It's player-centered, and we feel that this is the best approach to help develop players for opportunities at the next level.
Playing in the OPDL league has helped me shape me into the player I am today because of how high the intensity is during everything. So every game, every practice, you have to bring 100% to everything that you do, which really helps for going to university because you want to get a starting position, you want to start on the field, play the whole game, so no matter what you do, bringing 100%.
The opportunities for OPDL athletes can vary. When they move forward from the OPDL, there are many opportunities such as our provincial program in League One Ontario, where our best athletes can graduate to, or national teams programs. You have professional soccer, such as the likes of Toronto FC and their academy program, the new Canadian Premier League, and for the student athlete, there's also Canadian college, youth sports in Canada, and NCAA opportunities in the US.
Charity Shield, that's a really big thing. The best teams come together, and it gets broadcasted, so that was a really big part because all the universities that were interested in me watched it, and I got lots of offers after that.
The OPDL is preparing me by putting me on a pathway to building me up to the provincial team, pushing me towards Toronto FC and potentially the national team.
OPDL players become exposed to university opportunities through several programs. We have OPDL on campus. Players can also be scouted through the OPDL scouting weekends. Provincial teams is a great opportunity as well through the projects and competition versus Quebec. University coaches will come and scout the players at these events, as well as national staff and pro academies. So there's lots of opportunities for OPDL players to be scouted at the collegiate level.
I just think the OPDL has great exposure because the quality is so high of the coaches and players. It always entices university coaches to come out and watch us, or national team coaches to come out and watch us. And so I just believe the OPDL has provided the environment for coaches to want to come watch us.
Female athletes have a lot of great options playing in the OPDL. It's the segue for them to move forward into a national youth teams program. And they would first do that by starting off by trying to make it within the provincial teams program. If they're successful that way, players will be brought into the Ontario Super Centre in Markham, where they'll train on a full-time basis and then be known as being our national youth team players from this province that possibly could play into a national Excel environment. Male players in the OPDL have similar options as the female. The process usually starts from an OPDL moving to a provincial environment to possibly be scouted by the likes of a TFC Academy at the pro environment or the national teams youth team program. There are opportunities for these athletes.
I'm looking forward to becoming a pro, and joining TFC is the step towards going to that.
It tries to put you in a more professional environment. The competition level is really what pushed me to be who I am now.
I believe the OPDL has given me a good opportunity to play among the best players, be exposed to the best coaches, and have just a great training environment. And I just think in comparison to other leagues, the OPDL has just been providing me with the best environment to be able to get me where I am today.
The Active Start course is for anyone involved in soccer who wants to better support a child ages 3 and 4 years old. Those taking the course will learn how to engage children through soccer with age-appropriate, fun and safe soccer activities. The aim of these soccer activities is to become familiar with a soccer ball while being in a child-friendly environment and connecting with a significant adult in their life. Come be a part of helping kids fall in love with the game. The Learn to Train course is for people who want to take the first step towards becoming a trained coach in Ontario. This is one of the courses that will teach you training activities in small-sided games for U9 and U12 girls and U10 and U12 boys. Coaches who successfully complete Learn to Train, along with other required courses of Make Ethical Decisions, Respect in Sport, and Making Headway, will be qualified to train at the recreational and development level. This is the start for any coach to understanding all areas of long-term player development. The Soccer Fitness Coach Diploma is designed to help all coaches understand how to better develop their players physically. Learning about periodization, training load, work-to-rest ratios, as well as understanding the physiology behind developing well-balanced players will not only help them play better, but gives players a much better chance of playing soccer for life. Entry to this course requires Learn to Train or Soccer for Life, or an academic degree in kinesiology or physiology. If you're a soccer coach, or even a fitness coach, Join us in learning how to create fitter, faster, and stronger players. The Goalkeeper Coach Diploma provides you with essential skills required to coach goalkeepers. You will learn to coach the major techniques that goalkeepers need to be successful, design game-like activities, and have more confidence in helping your goalkeeper become a better version of themselves. This is the first step into becoming a specialized coach of goalkeepers. Video 10, Analytical Activity, Creating Space. This video will demonstrate the importance of an analytical activity and how to create one based on the area of the field you are working within.
Okay boys, so we're going to look at an analytical activity here. We're going to look at creating space. So the ball's going to start with our neutral player. So we have two neutral players on either end. Neutral player is going to play in to a green player to receive the ball to start with. And freeze. The green players are now going to look to...
And welcome back to a windy Ontario Soccer Center here in Vaughan for the second half of the Boys Under 15 Ontario Cup final between the Glen Shields Juve and the Bolton Wanderers. It is a 2-0 lead for Glen Shields Juve. Goals from Kavan Tavernier and Kainu Samuels separates the two teams here on the field as they have switched sides. As it will be the black and white Juve going from your right to your left on your screens at home, and in the blue and white will be the Bolton Wanderers going from your left to your right. The wind is going towards the Juve near corner now, so Bolton will try and see if they can get themselves an early goal and get themselves back into this game as the second half is underway. As we have some early pace coming out here on the field, coming in from Navarro, and he forces a turnover as that pass, though, will bounce over the foot of Sutherland. Safara misses that one, and here comes Bolton, an early opportunity. Morano into the far corner, looking to place one in, and just lurking there was Richards. He was ready for that one, but be headed away by the defense, and it'll be offside getting called against Juve. Play will continue here, and it's going to be offside, so that won't count. And this play will be brought all the way back for a free kick. Thank you to Ontario Soccer partner Soccer Express for their first-class support as Canada's premier soccer apparel and equipment dealer. Soccer Express has everything needed to take your game to the next level. Visit soccerx.com to check out the latest gear from Adidas, Nike, Puma, Admiral, and more. As there goes the free kick all the way to the waiting hands of Chinkamani, and he'll be able to scoop up that ball. Again, see if Bolton can utilize that wind advantage here in the second half. So expect a lot of long balls, a lot of through balls. So you can get up to those two strikers, Richards and Morano, who is going to get called for offside there for a free kick. Offside against Sutherland, and the coaching staff for Glen Shields Juve felt like they were sitting on the same line. They can't believe it. Now here comes that long ball up the field, and Richards will give chase. Chinkamani is there, and he'll be able to pick up the ball. This Bolton team went through Caledon and Kingston in the opening rounds. Winning in penalties against Pro Stars got them to the quarterfinals, where they won 1-0 against fellow rivals Oakville, and then Hamilton, the only team they've lost to all season long. They defeated them in the semifinals to get here to this Ontario Cup final, going against this Glen Shields team, which has the Samuels with the ball right now, doing some scissors on the ball, but he gets taken away from him. They defeated Bryce and Ottawa TFC before defeating Dutch in a 3-2 game, close one there in the quarterfinal, but then a 7-1 victory against Caledon got them here towards this final. As you have Tavernier looking to curl that one into the top corner, but that will go high in over the net. And great crowd here on hand for this final, cheering loudly for this Glen Shields and Bolton squads. That ball will go towards the far side of the field, towards Centelin. Centelin continuing to carry this ball up as he tried to play down the line to find Morano. Can't get it on the second opportunity, but they were able to win it right back. Here comes the through ball. Can't get it through, though, as the defense is there. Sutherland trying to play it to Varnier. Campoli, nice little sliding challenge, keeps it in front of him. Another good challenge as Patrick gets all ball there. Safara plays a little 1-2 with Ransom. As here comes Sutherland, he's going shoulder to shoulder with Campoli, but it's going to be a free kick on the edge of the penalty area. And Sutherland a little bit slow to get up after that one, but it'll be a free kick for Glen Shields Juve right on the edge, trying to see if they can extend their lead. Notice as well, we had a quickly taken free kick. Didn't ask, if you don't ask for space, you can take it quick. But Roberts was there ready for that one. But it caught everyone a little bit on their heels, and I like that from Glen Shields Juve. Quick, nice play. But I noticed as well, we had a little bit of a change here on the referee side, as Gianluca De Carlo is now taking over as assistant referee, and Matt Shoemaker is now as the fourth official. Not too sure what led to that change, but that will... keep an eye on that as the play progresses here. As we see a Bolton player go down, he gets right back up to his feet, is Richards, and he's over there in the near corner looking for some help as he's kept keeping it in, and it's finally off a Juve player last for a throw. Throw-in finds Morano. He tries to pass that one off towards Zapala. Can't get to him. And good job there avoiding a corner kick. Gets a throw-in instead. Sirach chips it forward, trying to find Morano again. That gets cleared up high and up the field towards Sutherland. That looked like offside to me, and yes, it was. The referee will call that back to Varnier. Will be called for the offside, and he looked like, from our vantage point, it looked like a step or two offside. Chipping it forward for Morano, and the last player back for Juventus will be able to clear it away. Anthony Morano starting to get himself more and more opportunities. He had that great chance on the run in the first half, hit the post, and he wants to get that goal to give his team back to a one-goal deficit. As there's the throw-in getting cleared aside and out for a corner kick. Bolton trying to figure out who's going to take this one. It'll be Stromoli coming over to take it. Comes the boot from Stromoli. That's going to bounce around. Patrick is there. It's going to deflect off of Patrick last. And it's going to be a goal kick. Wind holding up that boot up, and Zapala will head it on. Controlled by Fu, trying to pass that one up, and it hits up the field by Safara. Fu hustling to keep this one in play. Not able to, and it'll go for a throw. And like you said, that wind, I'd say it's about 35 to 40 kilometers an hour just going towards this near side of the field. Stromoli does well. Hits that one off of Samuels to win his team with a throw. As Sirach's going to take a long throw. We've seen he can get some distance on them as Ransom hits it up, and I think Tavernier recognized he was offside there and allowed that ball to go by him. And that looks like he didn't get any of the ball there, did Samuels. And Sirach will play this one in short towards Campoli. Pass up for Stromoli, misses his man, and here comes Navarro the other way. He sends a through ball up towards Sutherland, too far ahead. Check that was Solis on the through ball, and Solis couldn't find his man. Solis once again picks up that ball. The Ransom. He's going to play a nice ball down to the right side, finds Sutherland. Sutherland, Tavernier, and Samuels have been the triple-headed threat. As here comes the cross towards far post. There's Samuels, as that one's going to get caught high in the air. And Roberts will be able to make the catch, as Roberts missed the cross there, left an open goal, but Samuels wasn't able to put it in home. As Morano will be able to win that drop kick and knock it into the corner, and giving chase will be newly entered Vito Pena, but Pena won't be able to reach to that ball in time. Right away, Coach Campoli looking towards the bench. Bolton getting ready to make a substitute, looks like soon. As the crowd like that move. As here comes the ball in for Tavernier. But Sirach did well to keep that ball away from the striker. And it'll fall now for Samuels. Samuels gets that ball right back towards him. Good job there from Stromoli, able to poke that ball in forward. Zapala. Stromoli. Good chip. Just can't get over the heads of the center backs, though. Richards collides into Navarro, and it will get called for a free kick. Ferris coming over here to take. Finds Tavernier. Campoli will poke that ball away, and here comes Campoli, the center back, making a good run up the field, but good job there from Solis, able to poke that ball away from him. And no center back up. He's getting caught at position, and that's going to allow Tavernier to get it through. Tavernier, he can't get by a sliding Roberts. And a second ball will get headed away. Dangerous play when you move up as a center back. Got to make sure that someone covers for you. And Tavernier almost had a great opportunity, but Roberts did equally as well coming out of his net. As a couple of substitutions are ready to come in for both teams. It'll be Kirio and Iannello, two players who started the game for Bolton, getting ready to come back into the game. And it'll be Jordan Persia ready to re-enter for Glen Shields Juve. It'll be Patrick and Fu coming up. So Kirio and Iannello come in for Patrick and Fu. We're almost back towards the starting lineup this Bolton team had at the beginning of the game. As this one's going to get knocked around on the far side of the field. Good run. Santalan in for Morano. Just misses the near post. How did Morano miss that one? He's been given the opportunities. You got to say, although it's a 2-0 scoreline, Glen Shields has had a lot of the momentum. You can't say Bolton have not had their chances. And Morano with another one right there as an impressive run from Santalan down the left side was able to set up Morano and just couldn't get that near post. Pena able to clear that one aside. And here comes Juve to make that substitution. And Persia will come in for Martin Navarro. So another change in the central midfield. Coming in for Glen Shields, number 18, Jordan Casella. Sutherland falls down. He gets right back onto his feet. Referee says play on. As here comes a good run down the right side. Nicely poked away, though, by Campoli. And it'll be a corner kick for Glen Shields. Players are lined up in a bunch formation on that far post. Here comes the ball in. Persia can't get the head on that, but Samuels will get the volley. Couldn't connect on that one. I think it'll be offside. Yes, it will. So the player there will just leave it. Now he'll jump onto it and just take the free kick. Now gets flicked on here, and here comes Morano once again. Nice touch from Zapala to send him in. Morano cuts it back. Can't get through Georgiou. And some speed now coming the other way as Solis plays it down towards the right side. Sutherland to Varnier. Try to back heel that one back towards Solis. Just couldn't get a good connection. Nice shot there from Penna. He's a little bit of a dummy. And he hits this one up towards Richards. Morano, he falls down, does Richards. And it'll be a free kick going against him. He can't believe it. But it'll be Juve with the free kick. New this year, the Dairy Farmers of Ontario, representing Ontario's 3,400 plus dairy producers and their families, has joined Ontario Soccer as a community partner and the exclusive title partner of the Milk Up Ontario Soccer Future Leaders Program. This program is based on 3 pillars of celebration, recognition, and development to support Ontario soccer youth leaders. Keep your eyes on OntarioSoccer.net, where the deserving 2021 Milk Up Future Leaders will be announced soon. As Bolton had a good play entering the penalty area, but couldn't find any further. And Sutherland did well. He's going to be able to keep this one in. And Sutherland gets around the defender. Here comes Sutherland, still going to Sutherland, but diving in there will be Shermoli, able to shut down that run. Ransom trying to continue it forward and hits it off of Centelin a couple times for a throw. Persia leaves it for Tavernier, and Roberts makes the save. Good save from Roberts, and Glen Shields trying to put the nail in the coffin. They know 2 goals. They got themselves the lead, but they'll feel much safer with 3 as Roberts beats Samuels to that one. Playing it short towards Rock. Carrio gets it poked away from him instantly by Persia. Switch in formation we're hearing right now. 4-2 is what I heard coach screaming. So maybe just 2 up top now and drop one of those guys back in towards midfield as they got themselves the lead. And that was a bit of a fall there coming in from Zapala. And Persia gives them a little bit of a push afterwards. And here comes Sirach. Chips it forward. Another chance, and then that's a hard collision. And how is that not a penalty right there? And it's saying it's just a coming together of a couple players. And it looks like the referee's going to have a word with his assistant with this one. Referee's going to have his word with his assistant there. Moreno. Check, that wasn't Moreno. That was Richards. collides hard with Chinkamani on that play right there. And it's going to be a goal kick at the end of the day. Referee says, all right, that's fair play. Goalie coming out. Richards coming for the ball. And it'll be a goal kick at the end of the day. But from my initial reaction, I thought it was a penalty as well. But you know what? I can understand. And it looks like some words were being said afterwards. And it'll be a yellow card going to Salvatore Zappala. So Zappala will pick up a yellow card for talking to the referee afterwards. And that's actually the first card of the game issued by referee Vasilos. He's allowed the players to play at the end of the day, though. And can't fault him, but Bolton starting to get some chances going in. And that one takes a deflection again. And it'll be another goal kick, and Chinkamani recognizing this. Okay, I'm going to fix the socks. I'm going to take my time before setting up for this goal kick and kill any momentum that Bolton is getting right now. Safara can continue the run going forward, and Georgiou will be able to hit this one towards midfield. Persia hits this one first time, and it's going to be a foot race, but Roberts, I think, will be able to get to that one first, and he will. Flicked on by Morano, and Richards will try to give chase, and Chinkamani is going to relax and kill the clock a little bit more on this one and wait for Richards to come over towards him. Sarak. Stramoli. Good idea on the ball there. Trying to get onto the run of Penna. But too far ahead from him, and he'll go for a goal kick as we're going to have a substitution coming out here for Juve. Michael Mamoliti will come into the game. And Mamoliti will come in, and he's going to replace, it looks like, Maximo Safara. So a change on the defensive side. So I think Georgiou will shift over to right back, and Mamoliti will come into center back now for Juve. Sutherland. Samuel screaming for that ball, and he's going to get that one played out, and this one might be just too far ahead, and it will be. Good try there from Samuels, but somehow he found himself with a mountain of space in front of him. Just couldn't get to the end of that through ball. Sarak, he's going to play that one down the line, and now it's going to go all the way out for the throw. Ferris. I don't think that one entered the play. Throw will be retaken. And this one will be thrown in towards Persia. Curio tries to win it back. It'll be cleared away and out. Samuel's trying to play with that ball. Stramoli will get it touched last off of him, and Glenn Shields will get the throw in as it looks like Bolton is getting ready to make a substitution. Patrick getting ready to come back into the game. And Cario will be the player coming off. We'll see what type of changes they make here. So it looks like Sirac is going towards center back. Patrick's going to the right back position. 3 at the back line for Bolton again. As they're trying to see if they can peel off some sort of wind advantage. Sports Engine is the official technology partner of Ontario Soccer and the leading provider of sport relationship management software for youth and amateur sports. Check out sportsengine.com/solutions to see how they can help keep your club running in stride on and off the pitch this season. That's Sports Engine. Samuels. That looked like offside, and it was for Sutherland. Sutherland was saying, "Why'd you pass the ball to me?" Towards Persia. As Bolton's got to pick up the intensity here. They're down by 2. They just got to pick up the pace of the game. Show a little bit of desire here to want to get back in, because it looks like they're still playing a little bit of a relaxed, patient game. They got to be picking up this intensity a little bit. Looks like Campoli is now a striker, joining Morano. Tavernier. Looks like it hit off the hand of him, and he's going to get called for a handball. Sutherland's going to play this one deep. Can't get over the foot of Solis. Keeps it in front of him as Tavernier puts this forward, and it's going to be Sutherland. He's offside. Looked like a bit of a grab there, and Campoli trying to work his way through to keep this one in play, but that ball's going to roll all the way out for a goal kick. Comes the boat up the field, and there you go. You just see that wind just holding down that ball in the air. As Georgi is under a bit of pressure over on the right side. Got a couple of jerseys around him. And Bolton will get the throw, and they're going to take this one in quickly. Morano into the corner, trying to get a touch of it. We'll be able to keep it in play, at least, will Morano. Penna. Here comes the cross. Oh, can't find a man. Shot, low drive, blocked. Second opportunity, not able to get in on goal. Referee waved advantage there and looked at Sapala, said, "I gave you advantage." And play will resume, though, with the through ball up for Sutherland. Trying to drive his way through the defense. Sirac Patrick gets knocked down. And Sutherland will get called for a free kick. We got an injured Juve player down on the field behind the play. Goal scoring got started out here early with Kevin Tavernier, and Kainu Samuels continued the pressure with the second goal. And although the attack has been coming in, Bolton's started to figure it out and not give as many chances in the back line, but it's just that little blip of those few minutes really proved the difference. As it looks like Maximo Safara coming back into the game for the injured Juve player over there on the far side. believe the injured player is Georgiou. I can't confirm on this side. I apologize. With the golden numbers on the black and white, it's hard to tell from here.
Coming in for Glenfield, number 2, Maximo Safara.
It looks like he's having some problems walking inside. I think his game might be done over there, but we'll keep an eye on that as the play will resume here with a Bolton in possession. Play a low 1-2 with Morano. Sirac. Morano. Morano! Off the crossbar! Morano keeps getting close. He's got the post. He's got the crossbar. He's had his chances. Has Anthony Morano, just unlucky has he been, but here comes the play continues as Patrick tries to play a ball in. He doesn't get a good touch onto that one, and he'll go out for a goal kick. Double substitution incoming here for Glenshield's Juventus. Probably some fresh legs. Samuels will come off the field. He's going to be played by Daniel Camisa. And Martin Navarro comes back into the game. He's going to replace Tyler Ransom.
And number 16, Martin Navarro.
So some fresh legs into central midfield. So they took off one striker, put on an extra midfielder, try to withstand this oncoming Bolton pressure. As Campoli will give the ball over to the goalkeeper to take his goal kick. Comes the ball towards the midfield, finds Persia. Persia takes a bit of a tumble, and it will be a free kick, and the Bolton player can't believe it. Showcasing a little frustration as Juve wants to take that ball in quickly, but the Bolton player is a little bit slow getting back onto his feet. Looks like a bit of a shoelace and shin pad fix for the referee and the Juventus players. Here comes a high looping ball up towards Persia. He's able to control this one, trying to see if he can turn around, but it gets poked away from him by Sirac. There's a good challenge in the midfield from Camisa. And it will be a Juve throw as Camisa hit it off the player, and that thrown from Safara. Trying to find Sutherland, and it's going to be a throw-in favor of Bolton. Bolton finds themselves, they get themselves one goal here in the next few minutes. They still have lots of time here to get back in. But if they don't get one soon, clock might run out for them. And this boys under 15 Ontario Cup final. Reminder, 7 p.m. the women's Ontario Cup final between GS United and Windsor Cobato Strikers will round out the action in what's been a thrilling day one of play. Offside. Navarro getting told by the referee, don't do that again. As Patrick's gonna get this boot up, finds Campoli over towards Richards. Nice movement from Richards, and he'll take a deflection, get a corner kick. That's what we like to see from Bolton. They want to get this through. Like I said, full credit, Morano and Richards have played a good game. Chances haven't fallen their way. They got that post, they got the crossbar. They'll switch there, and it's a 2-2 game. Curio ready to come back into the game as well for Bolton on their next opportunity, but here comes the corner kick. This one goes towards the far post. Richards gets the header. Second ball, Morano, no! Poked away from him. And Camisa will hit this one up the field, and he hits it off of the back of Persia, unluckily. And it goes for the throw-in. Looks like Bolton's just waiting for a slower opportunity to make this substitution. as they're trying to get another corner kick, but they get a throw-in on the far side. And Coach Campoli for Bolton yelling at the players, move up the field, let's move up the field. Patrick, he can't get by Tavernier. And Tavernier tried to chip it forward, but hit it right back towards Patrick. But Patrick expected a player from his team to be there, and he hit it right towards Ferris, who's going to place one down the line. A little back and forth right now between the two teams, trying to control the ball. Solis hit up towards Persia. Persia trying to work his way forward. Santalan holding his ground, and there's a shove there from Persia. And it'll be called by the ref. Slips under the foot of Campoli. Coach screaming at Patrick, get up the field. We need an extra attacker, but here comes Curio. He's going to replace Vito Pena, who came on as a substitute. So bringing everyone on now, all attacking threats for Bolton. Flicked on by Patrick. Back heel by Campoli. And it's cleared away by Safar, and it's another corner kick for Bolton. They got to be singing everybody forward. One player's coming in for the short. Nobody picking up on it, though, and Sirac will have time to play a cross in. There's a cross from Sirac. Headed away, though, by Lancia. Sirac trying to get a second opportunity. Hands all over his back, but he's able to continue with the ball. Lancia does well. He wins that one in the air. Second ball there. Stramoli trying to keep it in front of him, and he can't, and it's going to be a break here. Sutherland breaking onto goal. Can he put the nail? Yes, he will! Nishan Sutherland finishes this Ontario Cup final off. And Glen Shields Juve take a 3-0 lead. And that could be good day and good night for the Bolton Wanderers, who have fought strong and hard all game long. But they sent everyone for the corner kick. Stramoli couldn't keep the ball in front of him, and it led to a breakaway opportunity for Nishan Sutherland. And nobody was back there to be able to prevent him from finishing this game off. Soon, another deserving team will engrave their name into Ontario Cup history and receive their medals and hoist the beautiful Ontario Cup trophy. Created by Nothers, the award store. For more than 50 years, Nothers, the award store, has been a leading supplier of awards and recognition products across Ontario, offering complete assistance from program concept planning all the way to product delivery. To see how they can help your organization, visit nothers.com. Good hustle, though, from Morano, and it looks, oh no, from when he reached over to get onto that ball, it looked like he pulled a muscle. And I see referees playing advantage Jean. There's no reason to stop play. The injured player is off the field. The Bolton team has the ball, so it's up to their own choice if they want to kick the ball out or not. And it looks like Richards is coming up hobbling as well. Oh no, it's just the cramps are starting to pick up here for Bolton. Richards is hobbling here on the right side as well as Patrick tries to pass in the ball as Tavernier, though, will intercept it from him, and here comes Tavernier down the line. Camisa. for Solis. Solis now over to Sutherland, and Sutherland, can he add one more? Sutherland saved by Roberts. Good job there from the Bolton keeper. As there comes an attack the other way, trying to send in Campoli. They'll get high and up the field. And we have another injured player the other way here. And it looks like it's Sutherland who's down on the turf. And finally, somebody hits it out of play. And Tavernier, as he recognized his own player, is down. So injured player on both ends of the field. And the referee is letting know I can only stop play if it's a head injury. And he is correct there. And now Tavernier is going down with a cramp. The players have given it their all out here for this 90 minutes. And the effects are starting to be noticed by the players. Just feeling it. I think Bolton will want to make a substitute to get... It looks like Fu will be ready to come back into the game to take over their injured player. And Samuels will come back into the game. Looks like he'll take off Sutherland. So Samuels will come back into the game, and he's going to replace Sutherland, who gets an applause and handshake from both of the players, as Fu will come into the game, as well as number 15, that's Balance Boda.
Matthew Few, and number 15, Celine Boda.
And
Glenn Shields, number 11. T.U. Samuel.
Richards is low. I'm keeping an eye on him. He's trying to jog it off right now, but play will resume here with the throw-in. As Tremoli's going to send this long in for Campoli, who was lurking. But there is Cinquemani, able to make the grab, and he's going to try to kill as many seconds off the clock as he can. Nice job there from Kirio, able to win it for his team, and he tried to play a ball down the line a little bit too strong. And there's a flag being raised by assistant referee. Not too sure what happened there. And Tavernier, he's asking for a substitution. So it looks like Tyler Ransom will come back into the game. He's going to replace the injured Tavernier. And the referee's just telling him just to roll over there on that far side of the field.
Coming in for Glenn Shields, number 8, Tyler Ransom.
And Tavernier, they recognize he's got a long walk around the field, but he's got to walk in front of all his fans and faithful right there. As he gets high fives from everybody as he's going to make his way around towards the bench. As here comes the boot up the field. Kirio, Campoli, can they get one? And Campoli just had an unlucky play there as it bounced off his own left foot. But Richards does well. It looks like he's recovered from his knock. He'll be able to keep that on. Kirio trying to dance around. He tries a shot that gets blocked. A little miscommunication, but Boda and Samuels trying to work together. And Samuels does well. And Sirac put the hand on the back there. And just a miscommunication between Boda and Sirac there. Both of those two players thought the other one was going to go after the ball. And Samuels almost split between the two of them. Ferris is just going to leave this one. there's Persia. Boda puts this one down the line, and there's a foul behind the play as the Juve player collided with Boda after he kicked the ball. Cario with another long ball up. It's just been desperation balls to try to get up to those three strikers up top. But like I said, with the wind, it's just going to be over-kicked, and Cinquemani's been nice and thankful for each of those. He's just been waiting for them to roll on towards him. Deflection there, Cario on the edge of the penalty area trying to drive his way in. Not able to go in, but there is Solis going shoulder to shoulder with Iannello, and he'll pass that ball off to Ransom. Ransom gets around the first attacker. Ransom still with it. Now he passes this one off offside for Persia. Tried to time his run, but waited too long. Iannello down towards the left side. This is a good chance, and they just missed the far corner. Campoli with a good effort there. If Bolton had, it was just those few little chances. They had them fall in their direction. Really could be a different game. As it'll be 3 minutes of added time.
There'll be additional 3 minutes of extra time.
So 3 minutes left to go here for Glen Shields Juve to become the boys under 15 Ontario Cup champions. Samuels does well to win that one in the air, and Boda will hit this one back towards Roberts. Sirach. Sirach trying to play that one down the line, hits it off of Samuels. Last he gets the throw in. He's got a long throw, so he's gonna want to utilize that and quick. Richards does well to flick that one on, and a diving player comes in, clears that one aside before Zapala can get to it. Now they're clear to side, and we got a Sirach who looks like he picked up a knock. He's a little bit slow to get up, and he's holding the back of his leg. But it looks like Bolton's gonna play on without him. Cario. And Samuels clears it aside, and Sirach's gotta get himself off the pitch if he's hurt. And coming into the game was Steven Simone.
Coming into Bolton, number 3, Steven Simon.
So Simone will come into the game for the final few moments. As here go these final few moments here. Again, it's been a very exhilarating game here. Quick moments. They just brought out a lot of pace early, did Glen Shields Juve. Sutherland, Tavernier, and Samuels being that top 3. Got some few chances early. Finally was able to break through. And they took that 2-0 lead. And that late goal here with the third one. When Bolton brought everybody forward, just kind of put the nail to the coffin. But again, full credit to Bolton. What a journey to get here towards this Ontario Cup final. They've done a great job and fully earned their place here in what's been a hard-fought matchup. But don't go anywhere, folks. At 7 p.m. will be the Women's Ontario Cup final. GS United and Windsor Cabato Strikers. That will finish out our day as we see a late ball being played in. Van Bolton just get one here. Kirio falls in on the edge of the area. But there goes the final whistle. And your boys under 15 Ontario Cup Finals champions are Glen Shields Juve with a 3-0 victory over the Bolton Wanderers. Thank you again to our proud partners for today's event, our broadcast partners, Hub International Insurance Brokers, our premier partners, Toronto FC, our community partners, the Dairy Farmers of Ontario, as well as Respect in Sport, Soccer X, Sports Engine, Gatorade, and others, the award store. It's been Martin Ohms here on the play-by-play. I'd like to thank everybody who's tuned in for what has been an exceptional final. And congratulations to both teams, Glen Shields Juve for winning the championships and Bolton for making this impressive journey and becoming the finalists. But until next time, folks, we'll see you guys later.